and the Naxal menace, we have perhaps conformed to the weakness that has been pointed out to us by outsiders. Now let us take the case of Pakistan. Kashmir has been the major irritant. But in the last 66 years, I can say this from personal knowledge and experience, that we have really had no policy on Kashmir other than just parroting Kashmir is an integral part of India. We have no road map on how to solve the problem. And as I said, we continue from one folly to another, scoring repeated self-goals. Now, generally our relations with Pakistan. Psychologically, the Pakistanis felt, I have been feeling, that they are descendants of the Central Asian conquerors who came to India and subdued India for over 700 years. They forgot that they are virtually descendants of the indigenous people of India. They are of the same stock as we in India. The sense of martial superiority got a jolt in Kashmir, received a setback in 1965 and was shattered in 1971. Yet their hostility towards India continued unabated, if not got accelerated. Ziaul Haq started the strategy of 1,000 cuts to bleed India to death, whether in Kashmir or the rest of the country. That is still their strategy. Now all that is past. What is the present? There are two interesting developments. Nawaz Sharif has become the Prime Minister and has been making friendly noises. We should welcome it, but we cannot afford to take it at its face value. We cannot ignore his past record. We cannot ignore the fact that even now his brother has given a huge grant to the master terrorist Hafiz Muhammad Saeed. So we have to watch before relaxing. We must not lower our guard. The other development is the situation in Afghanistan. The Americans are supposed to quit next year. They are looking for an honorable exit. How do we face this challenge? We have made a lot of investments in Afghanistan. Economic development in a big way. We must continue with that to gain their goodwill. Of course, the big question arises, what happens if tomorrow a Taliban government gets installed in Kabul? Well, we should have our plans to meet that challenge. In the worst case, vivisection of Afghanistan. Northern Afghanistan, which can remain friendly to us. But we should welcome a friendly government in Afghanistan at all times, as far as possible. It's a very big challenge. That challenge has to be met. Now, talking of Afghanistan, my memory goes back to 1948, January. I was an operations staff officer in Western Command, which was conducting operations in Kashmir, and was also responsible for the defense of Punjab and northern Rajasthan. We were asked to prepare plans for the defense of India. I did a lot of work on it. There are other seniors and colleagues who helped. But it was headquarters mostly of British officers at that time. The commander was a British general. I have been a student of military history. I worked on what Napoleon had once said, and also what Chanakya had written in his Arthashastra. Napoleon had said that no war can be won by defensive action alone. Wars are won by offensive action. A person who likes to be strong everywhere and hopes to win the war through defensive action will ultimately find himself strong nowhere. So when we defend India or Punjab against Pakistan, we should keep that in mind. And what had Chanakya said? Chanakya had said that your enemy's enemy is a friend. In 48, Afghanistan and Pakistan had inimical relationship. Durand Line was not acceptable to Afghanistan, which had been imposed by the British. We had a very friendly leader in Afghanistan at that time, Khan Abdul Ghaffar Khan. So, in my small way of thinking, I had said while defending Punjab and northern Rajasthan, we should have a strike force which should go from Jaisalmer 60 miles on to Sakkar Barrage. All the north-south road and rail communications of Pakistan pass through this bottleneck. Secure Sakkar, and you have cut Pakistan into two, and northern Pakistan becomes a landlocked country like Afghanistan. And for doing so, cultivate the Geo-Sindh movement that was ongoing at that time. The Sindhis wanted independence, and also, of course, friendly relations with Afghanistan. I was told by my seniors that I was being foolish and I should destroy all the paper that I had written on it. Now I'm referring to this Because day before yesterday, I saw a news in the papers that a study group in Pakistan has come out with its views. It says that Indians are guided by Chanakya's philosophy. They have a lot of respect and regard for him. Their posh diplomatic locality in Delhi is called Chanakya Puri. So their thinking is based on Chanakya's tactics. And today they are reaching out to Afghanistan and also to Israel in pursuit of Chanakya's philosophy.